Welcome to this tutorial series for the NFTHack hackathon, which brings together a virtual collective of passionate creatives and engineers for a weekend NFT-focused hackathon and summit powered by ETH Global. In this short tutorial, we will use Covalent's get token balance for a wallet address API endpoint to build an NFT wallet balance dashboard. Please make sure you're using a modern browser like Chrome, and let's get started. So here we are at our landing page for the NFTHack event, which is nft.covalenthq.com. And what we're going to do is go down to our hackathon resources and select code templates. Now, we're using a tool called Replit for all our code templates. It's a free in-cloud IDE. That's very easy to use, but what it also allows you to do is actually go through and test and play with our code templates before you actually incorporate any of it into your project. Replit's a great tool for hackathons because it allows you to get up and running with very minimal friction. So here we can actually just run this code and see what the output looks like. So you have a very basic NFT Wallet Dashboard. We can enter in a wallet address or an ENS value. And if I use the default, which is demo.eth, and get the wallet NFTs, it will give me all the NFTs associated with this wallet. It'll tell me when this was last updated, and then an ID, the name of that token, and then a link where I can actually go to a tool like OpenSea, for example, or other marketplaces and actually see the details of each of these. So relatively simple in terms of the output, but there's a lot going on under the hood that we're going to get into by taking a look at the code. So the underlying code is basically just built off of using vanilla JavaScript. And all the main code is in this script.js. So we set our API key here again, just for the purposes of this hackathon to get up and running with something very quickly. And all we're essentially doing here is we're using the Covalent API balances _ v2 endpoint, which we'll go to the documentation and take a look at the details in just a second. We're passing in this query parameter NFT equals true, which allows us to then focus in on getting the NFT details associated with this with a wallet address. And we're using a chain ID 1, which is for Ethereum mainnet. And again, Covalent supports multiple blockchain networks, and all you have to do is change the chain ID to be able to use those different networks. Okay, so then we're just simply fetching the data from using this endpoint and then populating a table. And right now we're actually just focusing if there is NFT data associated with a particular token. So you get a list of tokens back, and if a token consists of NFT data, then we basically pull some of the details there and present it in our table. So the code's relatively simple, and we've got a little bit of styling here, but let's take a look at the underlying API endpoint, which is this balances v2. And for that, I'm going to go to the Covalent API docs, which is just simply at covalenthq.com/docs/API. The link is in the description below. And we are using this particular endpoint. Now, what's cool about the Covalent API docs is we can actually just test the endpoint directly in the browser. You don't actually have to write your code anywhere. So we're going to go again with the chain ID of 1, and I'm going to put in demo.eth for our address. We can actually put in ENS values, which automatically get resolved. And here I'm going to set the Boolean for NFT to be true. And what this endpoint actually returns are all ERC721 and ERC1155 assets. And we can actually choose to get a response in either JSON or CSV format. So let's try this. And here is our response. And you can see we've got basically a list of items in which we've got ERC20 tokens. But in addition to that, we've also got some NFT data. And let's just take a look at an example of a token that is got NFT data. And we've got a lot of tokens in this one here, but we've got okay, so we've got one here, the I'm back ERC 721 token. So we get that descriptor, and you can see the NFT data key value here, which is a list with all the token details that we're able to pull. And this is what we're pulling when we display our dashboard here. So a really powerful endpoint that you've got to work with here, where you can fetch all the underlying NFT data in a particular wallet. So now that you see how easy it is to use the template code to build a wallet app dashboard, we challenge you to take this app to another level. You can effectively fork a copy of this or download the code and use your own preferred code editor. But we would like to see, adding more data to this table, including additional NFT attributes associated with each of these, incorporating the NFT dashboard into something unique, like creating some sort of NFT slideshow and using sort of the creativity there, or adding the ability to switch between blockchain networks, as mentioned, by simply changing the chain ID. So being able to pull NFTs off of Polygon or Binance Smart Chain or Avalanche, for example, which are all networks that we support. And again, for the NFT hackathon, Covalent's offering a total of 1,500 USDT in prizes to 3 participants or teams who make the best use of the Covalent API for their NFT project. And if you got any questions or need any support, join our Discord channel. Link again is in the description, and we'll be happy to help you out. Good luck with your projects.